Should I hang out with Nazi? 2 words. And no, obviously not. I appreciate the offer, but I kind of want to be alone right now.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just I'm thinking of some life-related things over.
Sounds boring.
It's not exciting, but it needs to be done.
It's all right, Hallie. I understand.
Even through the phone, I can sense Natsuki's disappointment. I should make it up to her somehow. Hey, if they still have it, I'd love to read it with you sometime. Once I get caught up with everything. Oh, goodness.
I know.
There's a long, awkward pause between us. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting or anything. I imagine there's a pretty big line for it.
Yeah, probably. I'll let you know if I find it.
Alright, talk to you later. Natsuki promptly disconnects the call. I sigh as I lay back on my bed and throw my hands over my face. Maybe I should have taken the chance to go with her. She did sound like she really wanted me to go. But with how I'm feeling towards her and the others, I don't know if I want to risk something happening between us prematurely. Especially since I need to still sort out my feelings for Yuri, and if I really want to commit myself to someone right now. Well, maybe doing my homework will help ease my mind. I get up from my bed and dig out my homework stash from my backpack. Hopefully this will keep me distracted for the rest of the night. I sit down at my desk and begin reading over the questions. I pack all my things and lay on my bed, getting ready to finally fall asleep. I ended up feeling more conflicted than ever before as I did my best to try to gaggy my feelings. Gage has a U in it. I seriously regret not going with Natsuki to the bookstore. She sounded like she really wanted me to come. And maybe spending time with her could have helped confirm our feelings for each other. I just don't know who I feel the strongest towards. I'm going to have to choose someone by the end of all this, and I don't feel any closer to being able to make that call. I'll just try to put this on the back burner for now. I should just try to get some sleep. Hopefully I don't have another horrific dream. I shut my eyes as I uneasily drift off to sleep, praying for nothing to happen. Oh, you're gonna dream.
You just don't listen, do you?
The same familiar voice angrily screams, making my ears sting in agony. I try to move to cover my ears, but my arms remain locked by my sides, forcing me to simply just wince in pain. I guess I stand corrected.
I just don't know what's with you. I don't understand why you continue to pursue the most childish of us all. Perhaps I wasn't clear enough about Natsuki. Natsuki is an ungrateful brat and a failure. She antagonizes people left and right every time something doesn't go 100% her way. You've seen firsthand how toxic and annoying she is. Do you really want a girl like that? She's driven her father to the breaking point with her constant torment. Why else do you think he is the way she is towards her? No, thankfully you didn't spend more time with her today. But she'll be still left craving you. She'll use you to destroy everything to get out of this place. It's time for you to see that.
I'm immediately jolted awake. The first thing I would have expected to see was my ceiling, but instead I see the stars twinkling in the night sky. What? I prop myself up quickly, realizing that I was laying on a sidewalk this entire time. Where am I? I hastily stand up and look around at my surroundings. This doesn't even look like my neighborhood. Did I seriously sleepwalk? To who knows where? I don't even have my phone with me. I don't even know where I am or how I got here. These nightmares are starting to affect me more deeply than I first realized. This is becoming a major problem. Even though the first 2 nights were weird as is, this is a whole different level. Did the voice make me do this? What else has it been making me do? Aside from harassing me to stay away from Natsuki all week, if this keeps up, I might need to stay away from her. No, that's ridiculous. I should really focus on getting myself home. I turn to my right and see that I've apparently sleepwalked all the way to this particular house. Well, I guess I can wake them up to use their phone to call a taxi or something. Or, no, call a taxi home or something. Man, if my parents ever find out about this, I'm so screwed. I do my best to casually walk up to the front door, not entirely sure if anybody is still up or not. Judging by the fact that all the lights are off and all the windows are covered, I'll assume not. I knock on the door a few times. However, the door simply creaks open as soon as I finish knocking. Hello? No response. The door couldn't have just opened on its own. I don't really want to enter a stranger's house like this, but given my options are pretty limited at this point, I reluctantly step inside and gently close the door behind me. Yeah, I'm definitely screwed now. This pretty much qualifies as trespassing. I reluctantly call out again. Hello? Still no response. Suddenly, I hear the sound of someone crying coming from upstairs. Hello? Are you okay? The crying only becomes louder. I guess I don't have a choice but to head up there. I slowly head up the stairs with the sound of crying becoming closer with each passing step. I finally reach the top of the steps to see a door slightly opened. It sounds like the crying is coming from there. Hello? The crying suddenly stops. Is someone in there? The room is dead silent. I don't feel comfortable with entering, but it's not like I can turn back now. I'm coming in. I'm not going to hurt you, okay? There's still no response. With great reluctance, I place my hand on the knob and gently open the door. Gently closing doors, gently opening doors. I look around and quickly tell it's someone's bedroom. I slowly take a step in. In the corner of my eye, I see someone curled up along the wall. I turn my head. Natsuki!
Don't hurt me! Please!
Natsuki, it's me, Hallie! I take another step towards her. Natsuki finally opens her eyes.
Go away! I need to be alone right now!
Natsuki, what happened? She's completely traumatized. Natsuki's simply rocking back and forth, sobbing loudly. I take another look around the room. Nothing seems damaged, so it doesn't look like there was a fight here. And aside from Natsuki being emotionally distressed, she doesn't seem hurt. I kneel down in front of her. Natsuki, what's wrong? Natsuki takes a moment to collect herself. She lets out a shaky sigh. You don't need the E in shaky.
Well, why are you here, Hallie? What are you doing at my house?
I honestly don't even know how to answer that. Not even the truth sounds believable to me. I sleepwalked. Natsuki simply stares at me in disbelief. Yeah, I don't really believe that either, but it's what I got. I went to bed, and the next thing I know, I wake up in front of your house. But look, let's not worry about that right now. What happened to you?
My dad. He says he wants to kill me.
Natsuki barely manages to squeak out as tears continue to trickle down her face. My heart sinks into my stomach as I feel my face turn ice cold with shock upon hearing this. Why? What happened?
We were fighting about me not doing chores or something. And he just snapped. And he stormed out of the house and said that I better not be home when he came back. Or he'll kill me.
My mind can barely keep up with this situation. None of this is normal. How I apparently sleepwalked to her house and now this. I can't keep this from Sayori. She needs to know about this, and all these weird dreams I've been having. I feel like I don't know anything about myself anymore. But I know we need to get out of here fast. Come on, we gotta get out of here. I stretch my hand out to Natsuki, who just blankly stares at it as she crosses her arms.
And what if I don't want to go, Hallie?
What the hell? Didn't you say that your father is going to kill you? You said he snapped.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time this has happened. He should be calmed down by the time he gets back.
How long has he been gone for?
Since 5. We fought when I got her back from the bookstore.
Well, what time is it now?
Like 2 in the morning.
9 hours. I think we should probably go and call the police.
No! We're not leaving!
Are you out of your mind?
And watch your mouth!
You're being unreasonable, and it's putting us in danger. Now, come on. I take Natsuki by the wrist and start pulling her out of the room. Surprisingly, Natsuki is able to largely stand her ground.
Don't you fucking touch me!
Natsuki breaks free and slaps me hard across the face. She managed to hit my eyes. Ugh! I fall onto the floor, overwhelmed by the sudden rush of pain. Natsuki? What the hell? I can barely see straight.
Don't you ever fucking touch me, you creep! Just because I hugged you earlier today doesn't mean I want you to touch me whenever! Now I remember why I hated you! You're a creep!
Natsuki! Natsuki punches me hard in the face, causing me to face plant right into the floorboard. I howl in pain as my vision becomes red. My vision becomes red with blood. I struggle to push myself off the floor to get up. I can't even move my arms and legs right now. Or right anymore, rather. It hurts to breathe. I try to look up at Natsuki, who's continuing to yell at me. I'm barely able to make her out.
Is this how you react or expect to help me, Hallie? Have you considered that maybe I don't want your help? You're so ignorant! And if I feel like there's a price for that! So you want to know how you can help me, Hallie? Never talk to me again! Because I never liked you!
Natsuki proceeds to get on top of me and wraps her hands around my throat. She proceeds to squeeze tightly, immediately causing me to gag. I try to push her off me, but she has me firmly pinned. I stare up at her, but for some reason I can't make out her eyes or mouth anymore. They're just not there anymore. What the hell is going on? I try to call for help, but my voice is only able to come out as a mere whisper. The world around me... No, stop it, Hizuri. The world around me starts to fade to black as I continue to struggle to fight off Natsuki. Why is she doing this? Has she gone insane? Oh no, my neck broke. Oh, that was a crazy dream, dude. Has she gone insane? What did I do wrong? Snap. Better to wake up early in my own bed than on someone's lawn, huh? I loudly mused to myself. Even though I'm pretty certain that it was a dream, I quickly pat my face to feel for any cuts or bruises. Thankfully, I don't feel anything off. I decide to reach my phone and open my camera to see for myself. You didn't think you needed a butt in there. Seeing as I still look normal, I let out a huge sigh of relief. I tried to prop myself up, but I feel a sudden rush of pain hit my forehead, instantly making me feel dizzy. I force myself to lay back down. And I'm not really that much closer to deciding if I really want to go for Natsuki or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure she likes me back. Well, I'm confident that she doesn't hate my guts at least. But how am I supposed to approach her about it? I should have expected to deal with this much drama when I decided to join an all-girls club. We've always been honest with each other about things that have been troubling us, and I feel kind of bad now for not telling her about this sooner. I guess I told her a thing. I ended up giving Sayori the gist of what happened in my dream about Natsuki. I left out some of the more gruesome parts, but Sayori was still pretty terrified. I also explained to Sayori what the other two dreams were like as well to the best of my memory. It's been a while since we've gotten to enjoy each other's company. I wish I could make up for all the lost time this week. I've made so many mistakes, and yet here she is, still trying to give her all. I still can't believe, even after everything, she's still willing to put a smile on my face. If nobody else was around, I wouldn't mind another one of her hugs. Apparently, I'm not the only one feeling the magic of the moment either, as Sayori blushes brightly. She never texts me this early, huh?
Hey!
I can certainly feel her personality shine through the text as I read it. It comes across to me as pleasant surprise more than anything, and considering the awful start I've had to my day, I'll take it. Hey, what's up? I quickly reply back and finish getting my stuff ready for class. Just as I finish pulling the last few remaining things out of my bag, I hear my phone go off again. I look over to read the text.
Pretty good. I'm reading the manga I got yesterday, and it's freaking awesome.
I let out a slight chuckle to myself. Well, hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It seems weird that Natsuki would just be randomly texting me about her manga this early in the day, but it's not like I have anything better to do until the teacher comes. I might as well try to keep the conversation going. How far in are you? After about a minute, I get a reply from Natsuki.
We just got past the first chapter. You need to read this with me.
I mean, I'm still behind a little with the story. Won't I get spoiled?
You can probably get by the first chapter without getting seriously spoiled.
If you say so.
So, do you want to read it with me later or not?
I contemplate my response. Well, we have been spending a lot of time together recently, and we've gotten closer than ever since we first started talking. Yeah, sure. I'd love to read it with you.
That's awesome. I'm telling you, you're really going to like it.
Looking forward to it.
You know where to find me when you get to the club.
I'll head straight to the closet as soon as I get in.
Great, TTYL.
Bye. I put my phone down as I send the last text and smile to myself. This is great. I get to spend today with Natsuki. I wonder what else aside from reading we'll get to do. As soon as I finish my thought, the teacher comes in to start today's lesson. Go. I care about you that much. That one line. How does this happen? How did I mess up this badly? What's wrong with me? I suck at being a friend to her. Eh? I guess we crushed Sayori's spirits. And now it's time to crush Yuri's.
Even though we've had limited interactions since you joined, you've always managed to make a positive impact on me. I know I don't always tend to stand out from the rest of the crowd. I always try to make myself as invisible as possible, and it makes sense why you chose to spend time with Natsuki over me. She was always the most outspoken out of all of us, even before you joined. And in retrospect, I understand why you wanted to spend time with Natsuki over the festival preparations too. She never had a problem standing out and grabbing people's attention. And when she wants to, she really is a fun person to spend time with. But I couldn't help but worry if we were ever going to spend some quality time together. We've only merely had conversations, and I wanted more. Seeing you with the others, especially with Natsuki on Tuesday, it felt like the norm in the literature club. And I didn't want it anymore. As much as I've generally isolated myself in the club, I began to realize how it was affecting my chances of finding someone. And very few have showed me the same level of kindness you have given me, even if it was brief. To be totally honest with you, I've had my eye on you since we first joined.
Since we forgot what?
How you've brought a smile to all our faces. Always being kind. And I always did find you to be attractive. I turned to poetry to help grasp a better understanding of my feelings. But it pretty much evolved into something romantic. It was from there that I realized that I had serious feelings for you. I thought that it was worth trying to get something to happen between us, though I didn't possess the courage at the time to tell you directly how I felt, or resolved to give you my confession letter instead. I assumed you read it, given how you've been acting around me lately. But now that you're here, I believe I finally have the courage to say what I've been meaning to tell you. I'm not completely sure what to do.
I'm not completely sure what to do here. Is there even a right answer? What would Yuri say after I spent so much time around her? She'd probably kill me. Yuri, I love you, sure. Alright, go tell the others. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't think it would be this sudden. I wanted to sort things out with Sayori first, and made sure that the others were completely okay. Natsuki's going to be so pissed. She's never going to trust me again. Especially with how much interest I've showed in her these past few days. She's probably never going to trust anyone ever again because I let her on. Oh well. Yuri and Natsuki are in a full-blown argument as Monica and Sayori are doing their best to contain the situation. I should have known this was going to happen.
As I said, Natsuki, it's not my problem if you fail to make things official with him. So I don't exactly care about your opinion on this subject.
Wow, are you that full of yourself? Are you really the kind of person to just swoop in and mess up other people's relationships like that? Are you always so quiet? Are you always so quiet? Is because you scheme to mess up people's lives?
That's no sense.
Well, how was I supposed to know you liked him?
You could have asked me, you bitch!
Everyone's eyes glaze over to my direction as I'm noticed by the group.
Hallie, what the hell? What have you been doing with Yuri?
Do you mind explaining to me your relationship with Monica?
What?
What the hell are you trying to pull with us?
I can hardly muster a response as everyone angrily eyes me down. I have royally screwed up.
Hallie, step outside with me for a second.
But
I don't want to hear it.
Monica walks over to me and takes me by the wrist.
Sayori, make sure they don't kill each other while we're gone. I'll try.
Monica then practically drags me out into the hallway. Monica shuts the door just as we hear Yuri and Natsuki's argument kick back up. The only thing we're able to make out is more muffled yelling and screaming.
What happened?
She probably thinks I'm a completely awful person to spend so much time with Sayori, only to completely betray her trust. She's never going to trust me after this. Okay, so Yuri thinks we're in a relationship with Monica, and now he's lamenting the time we spent with Sayori. I feel like causality has broken.
You need to sort out things with Natsuki and Yuri.
Okay. But he doesn't. Oh, now everybody's fighting.
At least I didn't fail as badly as you did.
My head starts spinning. Whatever.
That's hard to do when we need to compete with you for his attention. You seem the most out of all of us.
I'm sorry.
It's from Natsuki, a text.
I want to talk about what happened earlier in person.
I contemplate my response. There's probably only one way to end this, and I know it's not good for me. I tarnished her hard-earned trust, and I'm not really in the mood to be yelled at. But if I still love her, I have an obligation to try to explain myself to her, don't I? I'm not entirely sure if I can love someone who said something as awful as she did, and to Sayori no less. Will she even apologize for that? Should I let Natsuki come over? Alright, so we know this outcome kind of changes based on what we said to Yuri or whatever, so we'll hang on to that one for now. No.